All right. What's up, everybody? Demon, Dave. How you guys doing? This is most certainly not modded Minecraft. How's it going, E-Bob? All right. Is the chat bot working? Yes, for Twitch. Maybe for YouTube. Usually the one that takes a while to get started. Don't know why. But still can connect very quickly. It does sound like the name of a modded Minecraft pack. You've already caused mischief today. Well, that's a good day. I'm kidding. So warm. I need a little fan on in here. It's not a Lego knockoff per se. It is a... Well, I mean, obviously the blocks are Lego-y. Yes, to that. Why is it... Sorry, one second. My thing's not connecting to the YouTube chat. Let me try disconnecting and reconnecting. Maybe that'll wake it up. Oh, multi-streaming. What a fun thing. Alright, maybe it will work now. Come on, baby. Still no, huh? There it goes. Now it's connected to YouTube chat. Okay. Gosh, that takes forever sometimes. Right, Zglam? I am very intrigued to see what this feels like, because it's really cool. And I'm surprised nobody's done it before. There goes the bot. Here we go. Okay. So, today we're going to be playing Block Factory. The playtest opened up today. I got in. And it's kind of like Shapez, which we just played Shapez 2. So we'll have, I'm sure, lots of judgments for all the missing quality of life features. We'll try not to be too harsh. But yeah, this should be pretty awesome. I think I've got all my windows right here. So let's try it out. So starting out, we've got a world map. There's coins and blocks. I'm guessing that's like some sort of achievement points or something. So we'll start out here and see what happens. Okay, welcome. Find the extraction area of the piece you see at the compass and place a piece dispenser over them. Dispensers work faster when they're covering more extraction area. Okay, so this is a pretty easy idea. Lime green is probably what LG stands for, 1 by 1 piece. Easy enough. So we have to mine, oh, but those are 2 by 1s. Uh-oh, I won't mine those then. How about these guys? The zoom, number 1 piece of feedback, the zoom notches are way too big. That's just 1 mouse wheel click from there to there. That feels like that should be 3 mouse wheel clicks. I wonder if zoom speed, I wonder if that changes. Yeah, that feels a little better. Wow. Okay. Some people might want it even lower than that. That still feels... It's doing that thing. I find this to be an issue in quite a few games, and maybe issue's too strong. It's not my preference. When you're really zoomed out, the zoom percent is very low. Like, look at how much of the screen on the left side is actually disappearing when I zoom in 1 notch. Like, not very much, maybe like 10% of the left side's like gone. But when you're really close, you're losing like way more of the screen per zoom click. And I think you generally want that to be a bit more consistent. I don't know if it should be equal at all zoom levels, but I find that often games when you're really zoomed in, one zoom notch is too much compared to otherwise. Anyway, okay, so I've got conveyor belts, I've got piece dispensers, 0.9 seconds. So it looks like it's gonna make, is that 1 per 0.9 or 0.9 seconds per shape? Are those the same thing? Did I just, what? Why can't I build that? What's going on here? Why can't I build here? Do I have to build in front of it? It seems like it's wanting me to do this. Uh-oh. What am I doing wrong? Movement, conveyor belt, click. Can't build in this area. Can I build anywhere? Oh, this seems like does it need me to, I don't love that. You literally have to do it exactly right, or it won't even let you do anything. Okay, cool. So we've got our little 1x1 lime green pieces getting delivered. Does it say how many you need? Is it just one? Oh, coins. Okay, there it is. 70 coins, get upgrades or better machines. Sweet. And now we have to make a figurine. Algae. Cool. And you can look at the layers individually. Okay. Now we find the extraction area for the bottom. The two bottom pieces, which is this 1x2 RS. I don't know what that means. Reverse slope, maybe? Teleporter, ooh. Now we're gonna stack the two pieces together. Okay. Place a stacker machine. Now use conveyor belts, built exactly the way you want me to build them. Connect the dispensers. So I have some feedback for tutorials. Hand-holding, a little bit of hand-holding is good, because otherwise players have no idea what to do. But I think exact tutorials are best done either in a smaller window, almost just like a GIF of the player doing what I just did would work better. Like, show a GIF of them building over that white line, and then just let the player do whatever they want to do. Forcing actions such that the player can't take other actions until they've completed the one you want to do is a really dangerous tool to use for tutorials. And I think in this case, it's like, I'm literally building a conveyor. Just show a GIF for players that don't know how conveyors connect from exit to entrance, and that's all you need. Okay. So, configure the stacker. You need to click and stack the blocks properly. Okay, so how do I configure this? Ooh! I like this. Wait, how do I go on top? Oh, that's a little finicky because it's kind of easy to like drag it behind where you want instead of on top. It would be kind of nice if you could, when you're dragging it around, kind of do like it's not looking like I can. Like, I want to bring it up a Z level so it's on layer 2 no matter where I drag it, rather than it trying to figure out what layer it's supposed to be on. I think I want control over what layer I'm dragging it in. I don't even remember what my shape looks like. Okay, I need the little reverse slope, and then that goes on the end of it, and then we save that. And then Okay. Oh dear. I didn't do it right, but it sure looks like I did what it wanted me to do. Please don't tell me that it has to be in those exact squares for this to count it as correct. I don't even know what angle it has to be at. Oh, yeah, that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. Like, it doesn't even matter which square it was in of the 4x4. Okay, so yeah, their tutorial needs some work. We'll just say that. But so far so good otherwise. Okay, so you can generate a splitter. That's useful knowledge. Configure your latest stacker to complete the figurine. Oh, I have to configure it. Okay. So, hold on. Let me watch exactly what square it all needs to go in. Okay. The back right corner. That really... Yeah, that's really a problem. Especially given that the back right corner could be any of these. Maybe it works rotational symmetry, but not otherwise. I don't know. Okay, yeah, that worked. Cool. All right. I don't like that you can't rotate the camera up or down when you're holding middle mouse, just left or right. It would be nice to have different view angles. Just personal preference, maybe. Okay. The previous one was a bug. Hey, Carlos, welcome in. Okay, good to know, good to know. It shouldn't matter where you place them. Find the two pieces and lead them into a gluer machine. Then configure the gluer machine to create the figure and deliver them to the altar. The gluer joins pieces by the sides. Okay, cool. Cool. So now I need you. And we need the starfish. So what is this? It's a 1x3 with little 1x1 slope nubs glued on the sides. 1x3 middle slope. Okay. So I need you. The audio's lagging? That's really weird. Never had that issue before. I don't even know what I can do to change that. It could be the capture audio function of OBS messing up. Let me try something. Crap. Okay, 1 second. Desktop audio should go to 1 and 2. Okay, let me know if that's any better. It could be a game issue, slash OBS mixing with the game issue. I haven't had that problem with any other games yet, but it does say it's a beta feature in OBS for it to capture the game audio in the actual game capture scene, or not scene, source. It's hard to explain without showing the OBS interface, but is it working better now, y'all? Hopefully it is. Okay, and now, because I need 2 of these nubbins, I'm gonna do 2 minors. And then we need a gluer. It is confusing because I'm hitting 1, but 1 selects whatever's here. So it's like you need to right click twice to get out of the menus. Then you hit 1 and 1. So I guess that makes sense. Okay, and then probably merging is fine because they don't... Yeah, I don't know what a belt's limit is. A piece every 0.3 seconds. Oops, what did I just do? I don't know. Oh, I just destroyed that belt on accident. So these are 0.9, so 3 of these would saturate a belt, I think. All right, let's glue these puppies together. Boom, boom. Oh, you can't, I guess that makes sense. It has equal parts left and right, so I'm gonna need another one here. Like that. And then I should be able to do a split. And then configure that guy. Wait, what? Shouldn't that be making that? Maybe I need to clear them out. Let's try again. Yeah, maybe you can't put them up next to each other like that. I gotta say, I missed the shift right drag to delete stuff. It's crazy, like, playing any game after playing Shapez 2 is gonna be rough in terms of quality of life and UI stuff, because that game is pretty close to perfect. Alright, we'll try a belt here. Why is it making a little X? What does that mean? I've missed something. Can you... Yeah. So I make that first. But then why is the gluer not accepting that? Yeah, maybe I'll just make a new gluer. Maybe there's something bugged there. Okay, what? Yeah, so copying doesn't work right? Oh, well, the configuring's wrong here. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Oh, yeah, okay, we're fine then. It's weird, though, because when I hit configure... So when I copy this, it's auto-deleting that one. So then if I go to configure this, it's like I can't... I don't know. It feels weird that you have to clear it to then get the new shape, to then click configure. It'd kind of be nice if you could just click configure and it would... But maybe that would create other issues. I'm not sure. So it's hard to know for sure which way is better without playing the game more. That was a bit unintuitive, though. Sweet. Okay, we got our shape, and we can deliver it. Is there a way... I need the anchor. Okay, so F flips which corner? Okay. Yeah, Demon, it kind of feels like the configure button should clear it. I think that would be nice, maybe. Sweet. Okay, you can cut and modify some pieces using the cutter. It only accepts simple single pieces. Okay, so you can take like a 2x3 and turn it into a 1x3. That makes sense. What do I need next? Oh, look at this complicated doodad. Also, I very much wanted Oh, never mind. The map is fixed. Okay. I was about to say we need a search feature for the shapes, but given the map is not that huge, I think we'll be okay. In Shapez, I really wanted a search feature for certain shapes because it was really hard to find. I don't even know how you would design a search feature for this though, because pieces could be so many different possibilities. But anyway, what do I need here? I need a 1x2, 3 of those slope things. Yeah, no, Monroy, we're not saying it should clear the configuration on copy. If you copy, it should copy the configuration. I agree with that. But once you hit configure here, it should clear it behind the scenes so that when there's an item waiting, it would pop in and then you could configure the new items, is what we're saying. Anyway, I need 2 of these. 4 of the little reverse slopes, which there's more of over here. Let's grab those. I'll grab some reverse slopes. Bring them over to this spot. Then I'll grab some of these guys, which I also need 2 of. Rotate. Really, I need 4 of the other ones, but my belts wouldn't be able to handle it. And then what's in the front? Front is just a 1x2. Okay. And let me guess, there are no 1x2s, so I need to use the cutter. That seems to be true. A bug on my neck or something, or hair? I don't know. So we'll grab this guy. And then we need the cutter, which is 2 seconds per cut. I will also say, from an end user perspective, the rate should be the inverse of what it shows you. Right now it's showing you the delay between pieces. And I think that's really hard to math out for players. It should show you pieces per second. So instead of 0.9 seconds, and it's hard because then the answer, at least for this one, would be 1.11111 pieces per second. So that's, it's a little tricky, but I think people's brains work better with pieces per second rather than seconds per piece. I personally, I don't have a super strong preference because I'm, you know, a math guy, but I'm guessing some people won't like it this way. Showing both is another option, yeah. You prefer time per piece. Interesting. So I need basically 3 of these. Copy. I was hitting the C key to copy it, you know, from Pipette. That doesn't work. Let's see. Can I do a manifold thing here like this? Is that working? I can't tell if that's working. We'll find out. Oh, I have to configure how it cuts. So I probably then should delete these. Can I do Control C? Yep, there we go. Sweet. Is the game audio working correctly now, y'all? By the way? You guys haven't said anything else, so I'm gonna assume it is. Unless I hear otherwise. Alright, so now I need a stacker. Well, I need to glue... No, I need to glue these together first. I like this. The vibe of what you have to do to create these pieces is really cool. Wait, I copied the belt, but then I can't. That's weird. So copying a piece of belt does not give you the same menu that building belts does. That's kind of odd, because you're copying that specific belt building. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but again, not normally what you see in factory games. Alright, so we're gluing them like this. And then... Now this is going to be interesting. How do I... It's like I need a stacker that can have 2 pieces on the bottom. How do I do that? Or can you stack... Interesting. I wonder if we're gonna have to stack the underneath part underneath it. Let's see here. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this shape. Can I shift drag and then delete? Yeah, there we go. Can you glue with a gap? Probably not. Maybe. That wouldn't feel like gluing, but let's find out just for science. For science! The answer is... no. No, you cannot. Okay, and this comes back around. Oh, I need to clear it out. There we go. Hey, EB0, thanks for the follow. So we want to stack it like that. And then I need to copy and stack another one on top. Hey, Romanus500, thank you for the follow. 1-1, builds a belt. Okay. So then I need to clear that, configure it. And then we stack another one of these on top. Perfect. And then I need to make another stacker. And then I take this thing and this thing. You aren't following on Twitch. What a crime. Oh no. And now we stack this way. Cool, and then we glue the last piece, which is over here. Now we get to try the jumper belt teleporter. Okay, I like that you can get a decent amount of distance on that. Spaghetti is already real. Uh-huh, it sure is. It sure is. Glue this. Ah! There we go. Oh, the teleporter is slower than the belt? That feels unnecessary to me. That feels like an annoyance that you don't need to give the player. I assume you can upgrade it to help, but that does feel a bit odd to me. Anyway, the gluer glues this guy on the front, and I believe that is the turtle. Yay! We made cute little turtles. Okay, this game is... the concept is awesome. I'm loving it. Starting out pretty strong for a playtest, I think. Definitely the tutorial needs a little bit of love to not force the player as much. Okay, I can open the diorama. Now you can open the diorama by clicking on the altar. There's an accidental word in there. And place the figurines in their positions. Once the diorama is completed, you'll progress to the next one. Interesting. Oh, I like that. That's cool. That's fun. Why did I only get 3 out of 4? No, 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 I want all 4. Oh, I need to wait till I have 70. Woo! Party time. Excellent. Okay, we'll wait till we have 70. Ooh, a destroyer. Nice. Yeah, the party confetti cannons are pretty dope. I also like the little spray of confetti every time you deliver a shape. Man, how much money does this thing spend on confetti alone? I want to know how many pounds of confetti I've launched. The history of my factory. All right, we're not making these very fast, are we? We're just limited by, I think, this one gluer. So I could copy that gluer to speed things up. Yeah, that seems to be the bottleneck. So let's improve our factory here. Should make it better. Now the bottleneck is going to be somewhere else, though. I don't know if that actually helped. I think it did. Yeah, that seemed to help. I have not done any math on these yet. The gluer and the stacker are at least the same speed. That helps. 2 seconds per craft. Also, it feels weird to have so many things at the 2-second range and then have the piece dispenser be 0.9, like rather than 1. And the conveyor belt is 0.3. Couldn't that just be 1, and this could be point... I guess if you're trying to do 3 dispensers per belt. But... oh, it reuses the old confetti. I see. Alright, well, I only need 9 more turtles here. Oh, you can increase the game speed. Smart. Alright, now we've got all our... how do I move on? Color wheel. Ooh. All sorts of fancy coloring. Do I save and exit now? Or is there a button I'm missing? Probably save and exit. After completing a level, you can play it in challenge mode. In this mode, you need to deliver the figurines as fast as you can. Interesting. Okay, yeah, got my 4. So now I have 1 little block, so this is the only place I can go. Oh, you gotta click on the... I feel like clicking on this should also unlock it, maybe? On to the farm next. I do like that there's individual levels, rather than just the infinite generation of, like, Shapez. I think that makes it interesting. A sloper. Ooh. Accept simple single pieces, but you can turn a blocky thing into a slopey thing. Can you turn a slopey thing into a slopey thing? Let us find out. Probably not. It says simple single pieces. I don't know what simple pieces means. Is that just like a X by X square kind of looking thing? Yeah, it doesn't seem to like that. Oh, yeah, I'm right, okay. What am I looking for? Pumpkins. So to make pumpkins, we need upside down slopies, 1x3s, regular slopies. So these are all going to be from the same piece. Interesting that that can't be one piece. Couldn't that be a 2x3? Interesting. We will discover. So what can you do when you slopey this thing? Okay. What do we got here? Oh, weird. There we go. Figure. Oh, you get these options. So you can do that. Okay. So you can do a 2x3. I wonder what OS stands for. Long slope, something slope. Wide slope, reverse slope is OS. Can't think about that. V is because it's the shape of a V. Interesting. So this piece could have had a 2x3, that shape, but it's not. The bottom one is. So it's very important to analyze your piece carefully. So we need the V. So we need that one. And then we also need... Actually, that's it. You need 2 of those. And then we also just need one of these that's mining the shape itself. And then we're gonna stack those. Stacker. Do 2 of them. Let's see, what's the easiest way to do this? Omni slope. Wait, is that real? Can't tell if you're joking or not. Now these are 0.5, which makes them faster than the stackers, so it would never matter. Okay. Alright, now we stack U on U. Copy that. Boom. We got 1 per second of that shape. Now we need to stack 2 of these on per second, which is going to be 2 miners. Slightly less than 2 miners. You know, I wonder if it's so that when you have a miner that only has 8 tiles, it still gets you 1 item per second. I wonder if that's why they did it that way. Because that's still going to give me 1 per second, so I don't really have to worry about it. That could be the reasoning behind that. Okay, now we need to stack again. And I'm gonna need 4 this time. I wonder if you unlock a double stacker later, where you can stack 2 shapes at the same time on top of another shape, if they don't interfere. 'Cause that's what I would like to do here, but the stacker only lets you do one thing at a time. I do that, then I copy this because it makes things easy. We're getting into Shapez territory again, making blueprints of just things to copy here. So we've got that one. And this. One of my original stackers isn't functioning? Oh. I'll find out why in a moment. I gotta get this running first. There we go. Configure you. Okay. Oh, and now I need more of the shape. Cool. Wait, what happened here? What did I do? Oh, I didn't connect it. Alright, stack you. Save. Could first glue, then stack. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm sure there are times where it matters. In this case, it feels like it would be the same one way or the other. Because it's 2 steps either way, and they're the same speed of machine. So 1 more miner. 2 more stackers. I really wish you could change the camera angle up and down. Not being able to do that is frustrating because, like, I'd rather see more of a top-down than like, I don't want to have to rotate all the way around to the back of this to see, because, like, the building is in the way of the belt. Did that do it? No, see... Yeah, okay. It should automatically add those connections if you build a straight belt past a... That's why that one wasn't working. Because it doesn't automatically add those manifold inputs and outputs. I think that should be automatic. Also would be nice to have automatic undergrounds. Though, you know what, I'll just go around because they're slower. Yeah, I really don't get why the teleporters are slower. That feels like I've never seen another game do that, have I? I guess I don't think so. I think that's pretty unique, and I don't know if it's a good unique in this case. What did I do wrong? These aren't even running. Because these aren't running. Why did these stop running? Because this isn't running. What did I do? There we go. Yeah, music loops being too short kind of can bother me too. Demon Ante. But getting a lot of good music is hard for a game. Alright, why is this... Oh, because it's already configured. That's right. Okay, so then on top of one of those little pumpkin bits, stack it like that. I also wish you could paste a configured building over an unconfigured building and it would just paste the configuration rather than having to delete it. Make sure that's connected. There we go. And there's our pumpkin. Huzzah. Alright, there's the painting. Classic. The gluer can only join pieces on the same level. Bear it in mind for the beak of the bird. You can change the color of any block. Okay. It didn't tell me in that pop-up whether you can paint... Can you only paint one block at a time? Or what if you put a stacked creation in there? Does it paint everything? It says dyes a block. So, like, what if I rerouted a pumpkin into there? And then I tried to dye it blue. Okay, you can paint literally everything. Cool. So then... what do I need here? So we need a glue. What colors do we even have? There's no yellow dye, which means I have to cut these pieces to make a yellow. Yeah. To make yellow for the bird beak, I'm gonna have to cut it again. Unless the cutter can cut, I don't know how it cuts, I guess. Let's try that out. Spencer. Okay, can I just do a one? Nope. You can only cut one direction at a time. So we need to do that. Clear these. Oh man, really? I don't like that you need belts between them. That feels unnecessary. But yeah, it doesn't work otherwise. Okay, so we get the 1x1s. And then we need to slopeify them. Ooh, there's all sorts of slopes. Okay. So there's a little bluebird nose. And now I need a blue version of this guy. And a painter. Which does go faster, it's worth noting. I only need one of them. Okay, so we've got the base piece. We've got the beak. Now I need the 1x1 and then another 1x1 that's sloped. Both of them blue. It seems that the only place a 1x1 comes from is these yellow or gray blocks. There's nothing smaller. So then I'm gonna need to do some more cutting of yellow blocks. In fact, I'll do this twice. Wait, I can be smart. I can be smart. If I paint it first, then I only have to paint it once. Right. So then we need some more blue paint. How much is this? Same speed. This teleporter thing is really annoying. I don't know why they made it that way. Having to build 2 teleporters for 1 belt just feels really unnecessary to me. Because then you, like, just to hop over a belt, you have to do this for a fully saturated belt. Yeah, that I'm not a fan of. That's just me. My preferences aren't necessarily correct, and I don't speak for everybody, but I will say I definitely don't like that. It's kind of like actively frustrating the player. And it does not feel like an interesting mechanic. It's just like, oh, okay. Every time I want to go underground with a saturated belt, I need 2 undergrounds. So, kind of odd. Okay, is that right? Is this going to be fast enough for 2 or just 1? Just 1. So I'm going to need another belt of blue and another one of these. And then that one will go to those. Alright, so there'll be another belt of blue coming from somewhere. Which... 89%. Yeah, that's good enough. That's 1 per second. Okay. Wait, this ended up not mattering. Right, it doesn't matter if you paint first or at the end because you're not actually cutting. I was thinking like the Shapez cutter where you keep both halves. This just destroys the other half, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I could have done is make this whole shape and then paint it blue. Oh, but you can't glue it that way. I guess I could have made this part, those 2 pieces, painted blue. No, because that has to be different colors dropped on top of that one. So I guess there's never really an opportunity to paint a bunch of stuff blue. I guess you could do this, stack that on top of that, then paint that blue, then glue this on the side, then stack it on top of that. So you could have saved one. You could have double painted one thing, is what I'm getting at there. But it's fine. So I've got the beak, I've got that thing, I've got that thing. Do I have the other thing? Julie, do the thing. I don't think I have the base of the bird, which is going to be a blue version of this. Yeah. Okay, so a blue version of that. This should be enough between the 2 of them. Paint. Oh, I did already make this. Sheesh. Sheesh. I did do the thing. Okay, now step 1 is gluing the beak to the 1x1. So then we need 2 gluers. Yeah, you need 2 of those each. Okay. 2 gluers gluing this guy. figure glue those together. That is correct. Copy. And now we just need to stack in either order. So double stacker. Wrong direction. So stack this one first. Copy that. I don't think I can overstate how much it's frustrating me that I have to use 2 teleporters per belt. I don't want to be negative. I am really enjoying this. It is just a playtest. But I will say that particular thing is pretty annoying to me. Okay. So then this... That stacked on top, like so. Alright, and then we just basically copy that. Full setup. And I bring in that other shape from the side. The teleporters are too slow. You need to... Am I misunderstanding, Carlos? Like, if I have a belt that has full items on it, the teleporters aren't fast enough to keep up. Like, if I'm doing this, and then I have another belt that I want to go over. In most games, an underground belt is the same speed as a belt, so I can just do that. But these aren't fast enough. So that's what I'm getting at there. So you need to like split the belt. Here's what I'm talking about. Like, I need to split the belt into 2 teleporters just to have one belt going across another belt. And like in every other factory game I've played, which is a decent number of them, the undergrounds, or in this case teleporter, same thing, goes the same speed as the belt by default. So that is definitely a departure from an industry norm, and maybe there's a good reason for it. I don't know. It's your game. But personally, I'm not a fan of such things. Okay. So now we clear this, and now we've got our bird. Which way? Let's reverse like that. Alright, sweet. It's so cute. Look at our little birdies. Nice. Ooh, a crusher. Destroys blocks, but obtains a die. Oh, so you can turn a block into paint. I actually really like that. Now that I see that, I'm surprised you can't do that in Shapez. It's interesting. I mean, given that in Shapez there's just paint all over the map, it might not be necessary, but... Okay, so what's this guy? This guy is a bit more complicated. Cool. Okay, we will take a quick break. I need to use the restroom, and I will be right back. All right, we're back. So the crow here. The crow is going to require quite a bit of work. Some gluing, lots of stacking. So this is where I think you really want quality of life stuff for blueprinting and copying, because you're going to be doing the same core ideas over and over again of like, I just need to set up something where I glue two items together and okay, good. So this top piece is already available. I just feel like you're going to be doing so much of the same thing over and over again. The quality of life for this game is really important. That's why Shapez 2 is so successful, is because even though you're doing a lot of the same things over and over again, the quality of life is through the roof on how easy it is to do all that. Okay, so two of those. Basically, I want one layer per second, roughly. So I need two of those to be glued. So yeah, like my gluing, blueprint is this, and I'm going to be using this a million times. Alright. In this case, it's the same item. I'm gluing to itself. Okay. So quality of life feature, I think I mentioned this before. I don't know if you're still here, if you were watching, but basically I want, when you build that belt, this building should automatically be outputting onto it. And there's other similar times when you build a belt past an entrance or an exit to a building that you want it to connect to the entrance automatically or connect to the exit. Okay, so I've got the top of the crow. Now I need black 2x1 slopes and a yellow 2x2 slope. So it seems that the black, I'm gonna have to get the color out of this guy. And we're gonna need 3 sets of that. And that's the only one? Okay. So then 3 sets of black color. So I need a miner, and then I need a crusher, which is 1 second each. So 1 crusher goes with 1 miner. Crusher doesn't have enough of the stuff to mine, so I need a second one. Hey, ProVolt, thanks for the follow. Okay, so there's 2 things of black color, and I need a third one. Alright, there we go. And I need the 2x1 and the 2x1 slopes, which I could cut that in half. Might be the easiest shape to deal with. I could also just cut this one in half and then slopify it. But that's 2 steps instead of 1. 2 is bigger than 1. Is a lesson that I learned as a young man. It's a good lesson. Painter. Alright. Painter. We'll paint these black. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so we got black squares. Wait, no. Could I just stack this and then paint it black? I sure could. I didn't think about that. So I can stack these three together, then paint it black, and then stack that one on top. That's what I should do. So I only need one painting. Okay. I'll build that over there instead. And so I need to get the other two little slopies and stack them kind of sideways on the back of the square. And I said I was going to get these slopies from cutting this, and I'm going to need two of them. So 1, 2. There's 4 cutters. Figure. That guy. Yeah, I really wish you could paste over an existing building. It's really annoying to have to... And like, the reason I'm building 2 at once is to connect the belt properly, so I could just build 1, then configure it, but then I have to copy it here, and then I have to remess with the belt, and it's just a lot of extra steps. And that one doesn't automatically connect. Okay, but then I can copy that. That should work. And I should be able to put those on one belt. That'll come over to here. And we stack those. So where's my little stacker blueprint? This guy. Alright, configure, you get stacked like that. Wait, do I need 2 of them? I've confused myself on the timing now. Yes, I do. I need 2 of those. And then I need to stack again the same shape on the result. So then I have this. I guess I can do it like that. There's no shift build, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I can just do that, and then the new thing comes in from the side. Clear it, bring in the split off of the little slopey. Goes on top on the other side. Perfect. Copy that. Beautiful. Now we paint that black. I see a crow and I want to paint it black. Painter. Should work. Boom. Boom, baby. Okay, so now we're getting close. So I got that. Now I need to stack the 2x2 slope on that. Where am I getting that? That's gonna come from here as well, actually. we need to slopeify it. Which will be easier for me. Well, maybe this won't be easier. Basically the same as the cutter. But the sloper. Yeah, the fact that you always have to rebuild the belt connections. I guess in this case I didn't. But I don't know. Sometimes it automatically works, sometimes it doesn't. That would be something to look at. Oop. I just hit enter and that went home. Didn't even know that was a button. Sweet. Okay. I've got that. Now I need to stack again. I want this kind of build. Alright, delete those. You guys come over here and go both ways. Oops. There we go. Now we're stacking reverse. Alright. Alright, now I just need the top piece dropped on top, and then I need the bottom pieces glued, and then we stack everything on top of that. Okay, so one more stacking here. Go, clear it out. Is there a clear hotkey? I wonder. Oh wow, there's no hotkeys? That's a high, what's the word? Oh, controls, there it is. It's a completely different menu than settings. But you can't change them, which is interesting. Alt-click is eye drop, okay. What else is there here? That's pretty much it. Yeah, being able to do the clear would be nice. Hitting X on this to clear it. Okay, stack that on top. Almost there. Finally, need those double one slopes. Did I not already set that up? Oh, I need even more. Okay. So I can copy this from this one. And then they need to be yellow. So no, this should be yellow with a cutter. A cutter and then a sloper? Yes. But the cutter doesn't preserve, so I do need two separate ones. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Configure. You need a clear. There we go. Yeah, not having a top-down view is annoying because it means you constantly have to rotate around to select what you're trying to select. I really wish you could just have a top-down view. for when you're trying to click on specific things. So cutter, and then we want a sloper. Boom. I don't know why I built all these first, because you cannot paste settings. There we go. And then we need to glue these together. Gluing. Again, I need that kind of this blueprint. Okay. Should do it. Glue these side by side. Cool. And then we need a stack on top of that. Where's my final shape currently? Over there. How many do I have per second right now? Can I just use a single teleporter? I think so. Alright. Final gluing, or stacking, I should say. Okay. Needs input blocks. Ah. What did I do? Didn't connect? Oh, this isn't set up for some reason. There's that. There's that. Okay, that seems to be working. Alright, configure. Sweet. That, right? Those are its little feeties? Yes! We did it! Oop. Woohoo! Super stacker, there it is! Oh. Not quite what I thought. It's still just two shapes. But it can create a figure that surpasses size in any direction. When you do, you'll only be able to stack it with other big blocks. Use an enlarger if you need to convert a block to the bigger size. Also, what is going on here? Oh, that's not splitting. There we go. Scarecrow. Look at how tall that thing is. So yeah, this is the part of the game where I'm like, amazing concept. Do I want to keep playing? Because it kind of feels like I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Now don't be offended, devs, if you're here. I get bored of games pretty quickly as is. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm quite feeling the same feeling I had with Shapez, where it's like, oh yeah, like, there's new and interesting stuff to pursue. I am curious about the upgrades, like what we get to upgrade. Mega stacker. I didn't get a million new things, I just got big things. Big shapes are different than small shapes, I guess. Wait, what? So where's the big conveyor belt? Oh, right there. Oh, these have the wrong GIF. That's why I was confused. The big conveyor belt shows the big teleporter, and the big teleporter shows the big conveyor belt. So big shapes are shapes that are just more than 4x4x4, and you have to convert to big at some point. Let's see. So I would need a stack. I also don't love the limited inputs. I feel like there's not enough. Like I've already used it. I guess you can delete the old ones because there's no point for these anymore. To kind of get it back. It seems that way, so I can just delete everything now. Hopefully I don't regret that. Okay, so I want to save, I want to do painting as little as possible, so I'm going to stack those and then paint. Those I just already have. So let's start with that. So stacker, I will need that blueprint again, I guess. This blueprint right here is going to be the most used one in all of creation. And I could, let me redesign it a little bit. I really do wish the conveyor belts kind of properly like input into things. So my thought is I kind of want to build that takes two conveyor belts that are next to each other, and then it, you know, properly works. I wonder if, there we go. That's nice and dense, and a teleporter can handle half of a belt. Definitely can handle enough for a stacker. So that'll take two things next to each other. Two minutes later, I regret everything. Yeah, I thought about my copy-paste builds, but I just decided to rebuild them instead. Okay, so we're gonna have those two. That part's done. And then the output will reconvene. See what? Look at that. Did you guys see that? Like if I rebuild that part, it then deletes the merging. I don't know. The belt logic is a bit annoying, and I think it actually separates things on average more than it should. But belt logic is hard to get right as a dev because there are certain times when it's like it's connecting too many things, and that's really annoying. But me doing what I just did there shouldn't have deleted that merging. Anyway. So yeah, it doesn't seem like there's blueprints, but this is basically a blueprint that I want. So I'm gonna build one near the home base just to have it. And we're gonna, so that's a stacker. So we're gonna do one where I have a square and a slope. Square, I'm thinking a 2x2 slope. Like right here. I'm gonna want another one, and I'm gonna want to stack white slopes on white brick. So I'll do the stacking, then I'll do the painting. Yeah, kind of like a wall thing. I mean, honestly, most games I've played do it fairly well. I think this one just needs a few tweaks in the logic. I think things should merge more often than not, to be honest. Because yeah, you only want to separate things if you're building some ultra spaghetti where there's a lot of belts like right next to each other. This one is like that, right? Yeah, those two. Okay, so that then needs to be painted white. Bring white over. And then that right there should allow for a painter. Okay, so I've got that and that. So now I need a blue reverse slope. And on top of that, I put a 1x2, which I can't get from anywhere. I'm gonna have to extract the color from these guys and paste it over another 1x2er. Which would be easiest to get from cutting one of these. So I need my cutting blueprint again. Might as well make this blueprint as dense as I can. It is really annoying that there's not a way to copy building settings. That's very much something I would like. Okay, so that cutting, then we need to color with the brown, so we need to dye extract from this guy. Yeah, Dave, I really like the graphic style too. It's a really clean look. I like the blocks. They're Lego without being Lego. You know, no copyright infringement here. Painter. All right, so there's that. We need to stack that on top of the white shape we already got, which is over there. And then we also need the blue upside down, which, now that I look at it, I'm gonna need a sloper on this guy. Just feels so weird that I have to do this every time I build an underground. I'll try to stop complaining about it. Okay, and then I need a sloper. Which one is that? That one. What happened to this? Alright, now I don't want that to be cutters, I want that to be slopers. Which I need to configure first to be a reverse slope. Perfect. And then with the reverse slope, I need to paint it blue. And then bring it over to that as well. Okay. follow this guy along. And now we should be able to get this half finished off. Let's see, what am I doing? That way. This way. Okay. And then this goes on top. Rotated. Like so. Is that right? Yeah. And then we paste it again. There. And now this guy comes in. This goes on top of all of it. Perfect. Alright, so that's the first half. And now I'll finish the second half, and then we'll use the big stacker. Because it's only 8 units tall, I can do it in halves. If it was 9 units tall, we'd need to do 3 separate sections of small pieces. Okay, so I've already got the double yellow. I just need this little top bit, which is 2 2x2 slopes, and then 1x2 sideways slopes, which are already here and there. So that's all pretty easy. I'm gonna need to glue the bottom, and it's like, do I stack or do I glue first? Will it matter? Because I could glue the bottom, glue the top, and then stack. That's 3 steps. Or I could stack the left, stack the right, and then glue. It literally doesn't matter. So I will... Either way, I'm gonna need 2 of these though. And we'll copy our blueprint. We're gonna glue those together there, and then we're gonna glue these together over here, and then we're gonna stack them over here. Okay. Uno, dos. That output comes over here. 2 dispensers. Wait. No, I did that wrong. Sorry. This one just goes over here. Yeah, so I'm feeling the same thing, Dave. I feel like this game is gonna get really crazy, and what I'm feeling is it doesn't have the right quality of life and blueprinting tools, at least I haven't seen it yet, to make that feel fun and doable. It's gonna feel pretty grindy, is what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm kind of concerned about. Even this shape that I'm doing right now is kind of grindy. Oh, right, I need to replace these with gluers. But I have a pretty low tolerance for grindy. Some people love grindy. Some people will find this just relaxing to just keep making more shapes. And that's totally a thing. So, like, not necessarily anything wrong with it. Alright, now we need more gluers here. Wait, no, that's wrong. There. And then we're going to glue these two together. There we go. And now we stack them like so. Copy. And now we need to paint with the brown. Which I'll need 2 of these to get a full... I say a full belt, but a full 1 per second is what I really mean here. Because a full belt would be 3 dispensers, and I don't need that kind of rate. Yet, at least. One of those is enough for the 1 per second that I'm trying to automate here. Alright, so now I've got this painter. Alright, cool. And now I stack that on top of the yellows, which is right there. I guess I'll copy that. That'll be a good spot. Hooray! Alright, we got the scarecrow's head going on. If I only had a brain. Cool. So now I just need the super stacker, right? Hold on here. Let me copy that properly. Yeah. So I bring this over to here. And then we grab our super stacker, which makes the big shapes. Big. Big shape. Was it that way? Yes, it's kind of an overhang. Sweet. And now we have the big conveyor. Nice. Woo! So yeah, they're up to 3 times as big. But 3 times in all dimensions is 27 times bigger. What did I do here? I broke something. This is broken. This has happened a couple times now. I don't know why. What's going on? I don't know how I did that. I found random belts missing a couple times, and I'm not sure how I managed that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, what was the speed on this? I didn't look. I need 2 of them, don't I? 2.25, of course. It's slightly slower. Why? That's like 10% slower. So it's just slow enough that it'll kind of not quite be as fast as the other one, but not so slow that you really want to build 3 of them. That's another, like, I don't quite understand why they're not just both 2. There we go. Okay, now what? Okay, so yeah, see, how did that get deleted? When did I delete that? I don't remember doing that. Huh. Something is going on. I'm not sure what it is. I'm either accidentally doing something, or there's a glitch, or it's both. But something Somehow, once in a while, there are little belts that go missing, and I don't know how I'm doing it. I do like these little, like, belt transition animations. Those are pretty cool. Alright, well, we got our 80 shapes. So let us complete the diorama. We got the pumpkin, we got the birdie, we got the crows, and we got the scarecrows, which are not really working because if there's crows, the scarecrow is not scaring the crows. Yay, confetti! Alright, what's the next level? So yeah, there's an entire, like... Right, there's like other sets of islands, archipelagos, it looks like. It's like there's 5 total. I think only this one is accessible in the playtest. I can't remember if I read that right. Also, how am I gonna get 4? If these both require 4, 5, and 5 to unlock, that means I need to be able to get 2 blocks here on the pond. Otherwise, that doesn't make any sense. Not sure. Alright, paint mixing. Yep, that's not surprising. Light purple dye mixing purple and white. There's a lot more colors here than in Shapez. It looks like you've got the primaries, the secondaries, and then you've got light and dark of everything. So that ends up being a lot more colors that you could end up making. Like dark red plus light yellow makes the regular orange. So light and dark kind of cancel out a little bit. Light red plus black. So you just add black to something to make it a layer darker. Wait, no. Yes. Yeah. Feels like purple plus yellow should make black. Like you should be able to add opposite colors to get a black, right? Maybe? Maybe not? Alright, what's this guy? Oh my. So... to make you... we're gonna have to glue together some 2x2s. And then... I almost feel like I should make those little petals. Like make that, make 4 of them, glue them together in bits. That might be the best way to do it. I really wish there was a multi-gluer, and maybe that's something you unlock eventually. But like put 4 shapes in at the same time and just glue them all together, rather than needing to do it one gluing at a time. Okay, so what do I want to start with? Let's start with that top layer. So I need purple. I need those dyed purple. Yeah, and there's no purple shapes. So we need the slopies. Well, I guess I can't make 4 of those and then glue them because I want to make the dyeing simpler. So I'd want to glue these together and then dye them. How many steps would that be? If I did it the original way I was talking about, I would need 1 step to glue these, 2 steps to glue that one on, and then I need a 3rd to glue these 2 together and a 4th to glue those 2 together. That's 4 steps of gluing. If I glue these, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But each one, I did skip a step before because when I glue this corner, we're really going to need to be doing 4 of those at the same time. So it's like, I don't even know. I think it's not going to matter. Right? Yeah, the problem is a gluer is only ever going to glue one shape together, so does it really save you that much time, regardless of how you do it? If I have 12 distinct pieces, I'm going to need 12 steps of gluing. Right? Then I'll need to glue those together. So that's 8 steps. 9 to glue those together. 10 to glue those together, and then 11 to glue the whole thing. Yeah, I don't... it feels like this is like some sort of math proof. Like, it doesn't actually matter how I glue them, is what I think is true here. My gut is saying it literally doesn't matter. It's going to be the same number of gluers required no matter how you do it. That could be false. There might be more inefficient ways to do it, but at least the 2 ways I was just looking at I think are the same level of efficiency. Anyway, I digress. Maybe I should grab this shape, because this is already... all we need to do is sloperify this one. Right. Yeah, if you're thinking about it in terms of blueprinting, but the problem is even with blueprinting, it doesn't matter all that much because the configurations are going to be individual for every single combination, no matter what. That's the other thing that's going to make this game potentially frustrating in the late game is like, you can come up with a blueprint for the belting, but the configuring part is always going to be individual. And I don't see a way around that. Alright, so you go there, 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 there. Alright, so there's our sloping. And why not do the gluing here as well? That one's not a full 1 per second. We'll bring that together. These can be on the same belt. And then I will glue. I need my gluing blueprint again. Alright. There's my blueprint. Take it or leave it. Let me put that near home. What are you saying? Gluing the individual petals together is the same recipe. I mean, they're all the same recipe. They're all gluing. Are you just saying making 4 of the same thing is easier than 4 of one thing and 1 of another thing? Maybe. Not really sure. Oh, by the way, I need to do some serious cutting on these shapes. Which requires me to copy. I do think I want the zoom to be 1 faster. Because it's hard to get around the map quickly. I guess right click is maybe a bit faster. Okay, so we want these to be cutters. Where's that? Blocks? Cutter. Alright. Cut 1 to 2. Do it again. One. Making 4x half petals to full petals is easier than gluing half petals to the middle directly. Oh. Yeah. If you were gluing every single one of these to the middle bit individually, that would be worse, for sure. Yeah, gluing them to each other and then gluing that petal once. But even then, that's 1 gluing plus 1 gluing, or 1 gluing plus 1 gluing. It still works out to 2 gluings. Either way. Thus, my desire for a multi-gluer. Okay, so we got the 1x1s. Now I need the gluing. I need... Oh, that's missing. This should have... That's not the full blueprint. This is the full blueprint. But see, I think that's what I'm saying, Dave, is if you want the rate to be the same, like you could make a recursive type blueprint thing, but then you're reusing. So it's almost like I need 4 of this build if I want to have the right amount, you know, the 1 per second amount, which I may not be able to do. I don't even know if I'll be able to get 1 per second here. How important even is 1 per second? I only need 80 of them to get the stretch goal or whatever. I guess maybe this is what you're saying. The configuration can actually be copied if it's literally the exact same shapes that I'm making. Same 2 input shapes, like right here. Yeah, so like I can configure that to that. 4 of those. And then do that and that. And then that should let me do this. Okay. So there's my 1 per second of the yellow part of the lotus. Cool. I'm gonna need 8 of those slopies. There's a lot. This build makes a 1/4 of what I need. This is really where I wish I could see top down, because it's hard to tell what coverage I'm getting on the... Like, that's not quite enough. So this one needs another one. Let me just copy that part. The rate probably doesn't matter. I should probably have gone for half of what I'm doing right now. Even that would still be plenty. My brain is still clearly in Shapez mode. Apparently, I need to copy that everywhere. Okay, so now I've got 1, 2, 3. I just need one more. Okay. So then... Let's see. Those are combined, so I can put these onto one belt. Yeah, see, like that should have automatically been merging, and now that's not merging. So yeah, you gotta be really careful with your mergings, because they kind of undo what you've previously done without you even paying attention. This one should be part of that. Did that even... What? There we go. Okay. Whew. So we've got those. Now we need to paint them all purple, which should require 4 painters. And that's probably not going to be enough purple paint right there. So I'll have to bring in paint from somewhere else. 1, 2... Oh, we have enough. Sweet. Okay, and... Technically, I can triple down and put 3 of these outputs onto one belt, but I don't know if that really matters because I'm going to need 2 belts regardless. We'll do that, and then this will be the second one. All this purple paint. Make sure that has an exit. Okay, so you know what these things look like? Is the, heck, I'm not gonna remember the name of them, but they're these, like, mechanical octopus enemies from Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. If you know the enemy I'm talking about, you will see it too. They look so, because they've got like a little shooter, and they shoot out these little bullet things at you, and these look very, very, very similar. should look up a picture so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, that's done. And there we go. There we go. Whew. Okay. So that's that. Now, we need to take... We're gonna need 4 steps of gluing. And... yeah, they're basically all gonna look exactly the same. That slot. Oh no, that was needed. Whoops. Reconfigure you. Uh-oh. I didn't realize these were gonna be big shapes. Kinda forgot about that. So, first one's free, but the rest not so much. So that is interesting, because then you would need less mega gluing steps, right? If we had done the quadrant idea. Because then we would have made all the quadrants, and then we only needed 1 gluing, 2 gluing, 3 gluing. No, it's going to be the same either way. It really is crazy. No matter how I slice it, or in this case, glue it, it seems to work out the same way. Alright, so we're gonna need super gluers. It's gonna be slightly slower, which is just, again, kind of frustrating to me. Like, what's the point of it being slightly slower? Why not give you the full 2 per second? Does that really make the game better to not give the player the 2 per second? That's just off center. There we go. Okay, so that comes in. This one splits off to get added in. Doesn't really matter which side I glue it onto. Alright. So then I need the what? Oh, this is gross. So now I need the mega gluer to glue 2 megas together. Jeez. Right. So you'd think these would be faster with how big they are, but no, they're not. So I'm basically gonna need the same blueprint, but mega sized. Jeez. Okay, so there's that one, and then this one does that, goes in, does a teleporter. Oh, and the conveyor belts are slower, aren't they? They're way slower. Why? Ah! It just makes the rates even, whatever. In this case, I think it's okay, actually. but because these are only making 1 per second of the central shape. This belt has more than 1 per second on it. But that's okay. I can megafy. Where's the megafier? We embiggen that shape there. And then I copy this. Alright, and then I need another embiggener. Alright, and then this guy. I don't know if I love how this is feeling, like the giant shapes. Maybe it's just because the map doesn't feel big enough to handle a ton of buildings this big. Feels like space is actually going to become a concern with how big these blueprints are going to get. Also, visually, they look like they're going the same speed. Oh, I guess they are. It's just the throughput is 1/3 because there's only 1 giant block per 3 tiles. Okay, well that makes some amount of sense. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Well, complaining aside, we've done it. This game really is cool. I'm digging it. I am digging it. So now I just need a final step of mega stacking. I guess I need this blueprint to be a little better. So do what we did with the original. So that one comes in, this one comes in, does that. Also splits into a teleporter. And then the outputs come here. Okay. So there's my mega blueprint. And what do we need? Just the bricks? The purple? I think so. So there's 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. And 2 regular. No, wait, 4x4. Yeah. I can do regular gluers here. Thankfully. Alright. And then each one of these is just a split off of itself. Bloopy bloopy. Copy that. Roger, roger. And then we glue those together. And then we paint it purple. Ah, missed. Alright, and look at that. Purple's right here. Okay. And then I just bring that up and over. And we embiggen it. I should do it. What's up, Acronymus? Messing up in sway? What? I don't know what that means. But welcome. Welcome back. Your window manager. I don't even have a window manager. Audio issues. Now there's something I understand. How long were you guys watching and thinking, man, it looks like he's gluing that on wrong? Because I am. That's funny. I bet Dave was really excited for this moment. That's my prediction. Alright. Clear you. Can you clear items? Yeah, you can. Okay. Alright. Clear all this. Let's get some fresh stuff going here. Linux. Yeah, Linux is something that I think, like, in an alternate universe, I would be really into it. But I'm just not quite there. And I don't have the interest to get there. Alright, here's the way we're supposed to make the pedals. Goodness. Okay, pedal come in from the side. Save that. And finally, final petal. Yeah, you have to glue them together. Stacking is equivalent to gluing in the sense that it combines them into one piece. Alright, there we go. And now we put that on top of that. And there it is. There is our lotus flower. Nope, still wrong. Uh-oh. Wait, really? Oh, I need light purple. Well, that'll do it. I'm doing regular purple. You know, that is why they gave me the paint mixer. There was part of me that was slightly confused. Or what am I doing? This. I was slightly confused why we didn't need a mix. Yeah, gotta pay attention. Light purple, not equal to purple. So no assembling two petals with a hole in the middle. Yeah, you can't glue them into place if they're not touching. That's not a paint dispenser. And the mixer, of course the mixer's slower. What? Why? Again, maybe there's a really good reason for it, but all these buildings being slightly different rates feels really arbitrary and pointless to me. Like, I need 1.3 mixers instead of one mixer to do the amount that I'm trying to do. That just feels so random and unneeded. I don't want to be a complainer. I don't want to be a complainer. Don't complain. I'm gonna stop complaining. Alright. So there's light purple for those. The bigger problem is light purple for these guys, because I need four belts of white and 4 mixers here. Okay. But it won't quite need to be 4 because the mixers are slower, and I don't want to build an extra 30% of them, so we'll just live with it. Alright. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, okay. That's right. Okay, and then these guys. This one is only half a belt, so I can do a single underground. And like, why didn't that create a merging? Sometimes it doesn't merge when it should. Ugh, yeah, that's really painful to get the merging to work the way you want. Okay, so you go left, you go left. And then we need a bunch to do this. And that's all these purple ones. Instead, those come this way. Like so. And now we have light purple. You're kidding, right? I think that's a joke. It's gotta be a joke, right? It's a good joke. Especially given the title. Oh, I just hit the I hotkey to clear. This is pretty satisfying to watch. Is it working, though? Oh, it's a different color, so now I have to configure everything again. Yeah, there's another, like, long-term game design for this game. How do you make it so that players don't have to reconfigure everything all the time if it's basically the same thing? I don't even know. Like, you could have advanced options. Wait, really? You did think this was Shapez 2? That's hilarious. No, this is most certainly... You can glue stuff diagonally like that, but there has to be an orthogonal connection. You can't do that, if that's what you're asking. I did beat, well, the normal difficulty level of Shapez 2, if you want to go watch those VODs. The VODs are on YouTube and probably still alive on Twitch as well, because Twitch is, keeps the VODs for a few weeks. Alright. There we go. Finally, we configure the stacker. Now I've got my light purple lotus. And we are good to go. Yay! You've learnt the fundamentals for Block Factory. Try making this figure on your own. What did I do with this figure? I didn't make the lotus on my own? Come on. Yeah, you could assemble 4 quarters and then merge them. That would be another option. Yeah, I think I might be done for today with this game. Like, this is just gonna be a lot of green shapes, a lot of mostly gluing, a little bit of stacking. I guess what's interesting is trying to figure out when do I go mega? Like, how long can I go? This one is 5 tiles big. So, could you keep it non-mega? Yeah, what you would do is you would slice it here. Like you would make this shape because it's 4 by 3 and 4 units tall. And then you would make this shape, and then you could glue those two shapes together, and you would only need to go mega at the very end. But yeah, this is a sweet game. I just wanted to try it out. This is the playtest. I think we've seen most of what there is to see in the playtest. You guys can go apply to be a playtester as well if you want to try it out on the Steam page. And the early access will be out this fall. So, this fall. Q4, I think it said. So maybe this winter. Winter's weird because winter is more in the early months of the next year. So it did say Q4 though, of 2024. So early access will be in the coming months, I guess is the simplest way to put it. And yeah, it has to be specifically the 2x2 shape. So like what you couldn't do is have two separate 1x2 rampy pieces there. I don't know if I like that. There's a part of me that actually thinks it could be cool if the smaller shapes added up to the same as the bigger shape, if that would be acceptable. Because you're only hurting yourself by doing smaller shapes in general, because it takes extra steps. So it feels like that should be acceptable just because it would allow for more player choice. But yeah, what's my final verdict? I think final verdict for it being a playtest that's being considered here is like I'd say 8 out of 10 for what it's trying to be. I think it does a really good job at the core. There's some no, I'll say 7 out of 10 because I think there's some big missing pieces that are really important for what this game is trying to be, right? This is clearly inspired by Shapez, right? It's like we took the idea of Shapez plus Lego, boom, that's this game. Like that's very much what it feels like. And Shapez has a lot of quality of life to make these little finicky which belt is connected to which belt stuff. Like they make that really easy, and then they make the blue parenting really easy, and they make the copy pasting really easy. The problem here with copy pasting is that the configuration is on a per thing basis. So it's like if I just want to glue two pieces together, I can't just paste my gluing blueprint. Whereas in Shapez, you've got a blueprint ready to go for like cut the left shape and glue it to the right shape, you know, or merge it in Shapez terms. And so it's kind of interesting because it's inherently more difficult. Again, I don't even know how they would do it to make it so that you could blueprint certain gluing patterns or certain cutting patterns. The weird numbers being slightly different, like why is that 1.29 and not just 1? I don't fully understand that. I think that could be better. Like why are the super stackers and mega stackers not just 2? Why are they 2.25? Why are these 0.75? Why aren't they either 0.5 or 1? The teleporter should match the conveyor belt. And the piece dispenser being 0.9, I'm okay with that because then it means you can just get 8 out of the 9 squares for your like mining and still get 1 per second from that. I do think that's why that is the way it is. That's my best guess anyway. But yeah, so overall, I think the quality of life needs to be a huge priority for this game, and finding ways to make it so that the player can copy paste stuff more easily. And yeah, given the amount of spaghetti you're gonna need for lots of stacking and cutting, having it so like belts can automatically, like that should just make a crossing for me automatically, like an underground or teleporter, whatever they're called. You know, a lot of factory games have that now, and I think that's definitely required for this game. Making it so that when you build across the front of multiple outputs, like this, it should automatically merge them. Whereas right now, I have to manually create the, like, merging in. So little things like that will go a long way to making the game better and more fun in the long term. What else? Trying to think. There's probably lots of little things. Like, as I'm sitting here looking at the paint mixing, having to do it this way is not amazing, but I'm trying to think of how else could you do it. You could have buildings like combine almost. So if you put two mixers next to each other, it makes it so that they combine into one bigger mixer that then only has two inputs and one output, but it goes twice as fast. You could do something like that to help with the belt frustrations. Yeah, you could put mixers back to back, and that works great for bringing in one color from here. But the problem is you don't have, like, jumpers, and so it's kind of annoying then to get this merged in with that side. Like, regardless of how you do it, you're gonna have to be dealing with merging. Yeah, but it's a sweet game. It's a sweet concept. I'm a little concerned about, as the shapes get more and more complicated, does it feel too repetitive to just be like, okay, yeah, now I stack that shape on this shape. Yep, now I glue that shape to that shape. What am I trying to say? The amount of pieces here, it increases the difficulty, but not the complexity. So the problem here is that, and this is not even close to the final shape, you know, that we could see in the playtest. I think there's still a whole nother level we could do, or a whole nother couple levels. So the problem is that it's not hard to do, or no, it's not complex to do, but it's really hard to do this. There's so many steps to it. You gotta glue these, then you gotta stack that, then you gotta, you know, stack that one on that one, then you gotta stack that thing on this thing, and now you gotta separately, you know, stack this on this, and then glue two of those together, and then stack that on top, and then glue, no, how would you do this? You'd have to glue those two first, then stack that on the white one, and then stack that thing on this glued one, and then glue these, and then stack them on top, and then finally you can glue the two halves together. None of that was difficult. That was all just connecting belts to gluers, belts to stackers. And I fear that the more pieces you add, exactly, tedious is the perfect word. It just gets more and more tedious, and I don't know if it's interesting enough to fight the tedium, if that makes sense. Like, what I'd rather do is have more advanced machines that could do multiple things at once. That would start to feel like the tedium is being fought with more advanced tactics that I can use as the player. To be fair though, Shapez suffers from the exact same issue, but the way that they fight it is they have a maximum of 4 layers and a maximum of, you know, 4 quadrants. So, like, the hexagonal mode is obviously going to be more tedious in Shapez. But even then, I felt like at the larger scale, it was easier to deal with the tedium because I had predefined blueprints that did a certain thing to a certain step, and I could easily just zoom way out and be like, okay, I'll do my left plus right merging blueprint. Whereas in this game, that's never really going to be possible because of the configuration. So yeah, I'm not really sure. I think this game has a really interesting hook, and the challenge that it's going to have in its design is going to be to figure out how to make the tedium not a big drawback. Because I think I've already hit, where are we? 2.5 hours into the game, I've already hit my tedium limit where, like, I don't really want to build this frog. I know exactly how I would build it, and I don't really want to do it. And so how does the designer make it so that I do want to build this frog? And I don't mean me specifically, Krydax. I'm a picky person. Maybe this game isn't the perfect game for me. Maybe I'm not the target audience. Maybe they're looking for people that are more like, oh, it's so cute. I just kind of want to have a simple, methodical... Like, tedium can be good for certain types of play. Like, look at Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing is a massively popular game. And it is almost the definition of tedious. Oh, you have to log in every day and cut these apple trees, and that's literally like... The peak strategy for collecting apples is just logging in every day and running over to them and hitting this button. Like, it is tedious almost by definition, and yet it's one of the most popular games there is. So there are certain forms of tedium that, like, players love, and this might be a game that really hits on a certain nerve for people that are like, oh, I really like building these cute shapes, and it's fun to put one piece together after another. So again, I'm just specifically talking about my personal thoughts about like the design and what it is and isn't doing for me that I like and don't like. I'm by no means saying that these are objective truths, and if, you know, I might not be in the center of the target audience Venn diagram, in which case some of the things I'm complaining about might be things the devs don't care about catering to, because they're catering to a slightly different population, which is totally fine. But yeah, sweet game. Really fun idea. It's kind of fun that the playtest came out right on the heels of Shapez 2, you know, because we just played that, so this is clearly a game inspired by that. But cool. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and save and exit here, and we are going to I'm gonna take a lunch break, and then I'm gonna come back and do some Kerbal Space Program. So I'll be back in about half an hour. I am going to go ahead and stop the stream, so it'll be like a different name on the stream and a different YouTube video on the live section. Yes, Dave, you are right about that the specific shapes is way more enticing of a goal than the shape as kind of random abstract goals. There is definitely something to that. Yeah, I think more quality of life would be a really big deal. Easier configuration. Maybe being able to shift, drag, select a bunch of buildings at once and just hit configure and configure multiples to be the same thing would be nice. Making belt crossings easier is a big one. Crossings, mergings, the manifolds of like inputs and outputs. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I'll be back in about half an hour. See you guys in a bit.